Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm sorry if this is different, it sounds different. I'm recording this on my phone because I've been trying to get videos to you guys and the camera has just self-imploded. It's gone. So I'm getting a new camera, I'm getting new stuff coming in, I'm going to try and fix everything and get these videos back up to speed. I'm currently filming with a phone and I don't know where I'm supposed to be looking. I think it's there. I'm not sure if the file's even going to work with my editing software, but let's just give it a go. So recently I reviewed Great White, and if you haven't already checked that out, that's here. The idea of a shark movie where you're just kind of stranded in the ocean and there's nothing you can do. And with its sequel coming later this year, I thought it would be a good time to take a look back at The Reef. A shark movie that I remember very fondly. So I was a bit worried going back into it. Is it gonna hold up? Because when you're a kid, you know, your brain is like malleable mush and you think things are great and they're not great at all. One of the things I really forgot is how Australian this movie really is. Like, the accents are thick. Like, this is some, like, full... Should I go down the route of trying to do an Australian accent? I know I am Australian, but I'm not like Australian, if that makes sense. I'm like the actual Australian. You've got the stereotype of what an Australian is, but then there's like real Australians. I'm getting off subject. I know I'm a bit into this review, but I'm not going to spoil anything because I do think it's a movie worth seeing, especially if you're a shark movie fan and you haven't seen this. This movie, at the time it came out, was getting praised as the best shark movie since Jaws. And I will elaborate on why it got that praise a little bit later. What I really like about the movie is how grounded it is. It's not taking this and making a silly shark movie out of it. Even though those movies can be really fun, like Sharktopus, also reviewed that, that's a thing, check that one out too. Just while you're in a dry spell of content from me, you know, the other ones are still there. So the silly shark movies are fun, but it's nice to have a movie that really wants to scare the shit out of you. So what I like is it's not just grounded, the protagonists are really smart. And again, it's not something you get in a silly shark movie. They are so switched on, they are immediately rational. What should we do? Because if they were really dumb, they'd be in the same premise as a really smart person. These two couples and a captain go out on a holiday, or the captain's taking them to this little island to have a vacation, but then they realize the tide's dropping, so they get back on their yacht, they're heading back, they hit a reef, the boat's flipped, and they're stuck there, they're stranded, and they have to make an important decision. And I think it's a really good one because the film perfectly puts you in the shoes of these people. Do you swim and head for what you think is land, or do you stay on the boat and run the gauntlet of it maybe sinking or drifting further out to sea? And that's what I mean when I say, you know, these smart protagonists, they're in the same situation as they would be if you wrote just bland, basic characters, but if you write them as being smart, they don't have the scapegoat of, oh, well, they're just clever, you just do this to get out of the situation. It's the same situation. And the question morally is imposed on the audience. What would you do? Up until a certain point in the film, it's just a very good survival thriller that works on its own. The shark is just the icing on the cake, and it really punches. This film has brilliant tension. A lot of that comes from the POV shots, and the shots that just kind of linger on nothing. And you're waiting for something, and sometimes the music just knows when to shut up here. Rafael May, who did the music, I really love the one piece that's, I don't know if it's the Sharks theme exactly, but it plays at the very end of the movie. And it's just a unique piece, you know, everything else, it's good, it's serviceable, it does what it needs to do, but because you've heard it so many other times, it kind of all just bleeds together. This one specific theme really gives it a bit of identity. It was a theme that stuck with me, and that's a testament to how good it was. I also enjoyed the pacing in this film. It's easy to think, okay, we've got these people, they're going to be stranded in the ocean, a shark will stalk them, how are we going to stretch this to 80 minutes? It goes very, very fast. People are there, they're going on the boat, they're going on the cruise, they get to the island, they get off the island, back on the yacht tips, all of a sudden they're swimming and it's almost over. Not once did I feel bored in the film or felt like it really dragged. Now I'm going to tell you why this movie is worth like the trinity of shark movies, that being Jaws, Deep Blue Sea, and maybe The Reef, where it's in top 5, it's up there. Why is this movie up there? Why is it that much different than any other shark movie? The sharks are real. What do I mean? How are they real? They can't have actors there with sharks. They would film the actors on a separate template, and then they would go out and film these sharks and composite the shots together. Every shark you see in the movie is real. Now, as someone that's seen sharks over and over and over and knows what an actual great white shark looks like, I cannot express how much more real it makes the movie. It adds a tremendous amount of authenticity to the film, and I'm not even sure how you would composite some of those shots together. It's really masterfully done, so pat on the back to the visual effects supervisor or whoever helped do that. You did an amazing job. Luke is a specific character. Just want to give him a shout out for being a champion. He thinks rationally, like, alright, what should we do next? He helps keep everyone calm and keeps the people from screaming that you hate to see scream in shark movies over and over.
It's not the bottom, it's that thing, I know, and it's gonna kill us! It's gonna kill us now! I know.
Jackie, shut up!
No, it's gonna
Jackie,
kill us!
shut up!
It's gonna kill us!
Shut
No, leave her alone!
Jackie, shut up!
It's gonna kill us!
Shut up! Then you take care of her! You take care of her!
Look, Larry, she's hysterical. Beating her head in is not...
Sit down! Shut up!
Yeah, just a pat on the back to the character and the actor. Actually, all of the actors do a pretty damn good job in this movie. There's a character, Matt, in the movie, and his acting's pretty solid up until his last few scenes in the film. It kind of loses me a bit. I was smiling a little bit, and I shouldn't have been. Because the characters are all thinking that rationally, that when it just overdoes it, it kind of becomes funny. Like, imagine, alright, you're stuck out on a capsized boat. Alright, we need to either swim or we stay with the boat. You know, we calm ourselves down. What are we going to do? How are we going to get out of this situation? Because if we scream and panic, it's not going to help anyone. Alright, we get off, we swim, and we're focused on conserving our energy and food or whatever the hell we need to focus on. And then, say you're attacked by a shark and you lose limbs, you're like, okay, I'm bleeding out and I'm gonna die, so what you guys should do is you should, like, very precisely swim over there and just leave me. Without the, oh my god, I am actually bleeding out and gonna die part. It's so rational, it's just kind of funny. I'm sorry if that spoils anything. I mean, it's a shark movie. People were gonna die. As far as cons, the frame rate and the cinematography can be a little bit botched, like my videos. So I don't want to fault them too much for that. But filming out in the elements, the ocean, the beaches, I don't envy it at all. I'm amazed that it is as good as it is. You know, how would you hold a steady shot on a boat doing this? Overall, this film is very good. Mostly for its tension. Again, it doesn't feel like a horror movie as much, it's more a thriller. I think it is worthy of the praise purely for the fact that the sharks are real. For me, The Reef is going to get a 7 out of 10. If you're a shark movie fan, this is a must. This is one of the better ones. Why is it only a 7 out of 10 if I've given it so much praise? It is the concept. It only goes so far and can be so exciting. In terms of pulling off this concept, I think this is the best it's ever going to get. So the movie's pretty self-contained, and now we have The Reef 2 Stalked coming later this year. And we'll give that a whirl and see how that film turns out. So make sure you subscribe, hang around. I don't know how this movie's going to turn out. If it's anything like 47 meters down versus 47 meters down uncaged, we're in for a fucking shit show. But it's supposedly done by the same people. So we'll see how it goes. Thank you everybody so much for watching, hanging around and waiting for videos. I'm going to have more on the way. Don't worry. Just stick with me until the new camera, new setup, new things are coming. And we'll be right back to where we were. Again, thank you everybody. Have a great day and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.